Hello and welcome back to the finishing line and I was going to say Cheltenham Festival, and our Irish Grand National preview. 3 days of racing from Ferryhouse to go through. Why is there a big bloody sound here? Obviously no Tom today. He's still living on cloud line after giving Rachel Blackmore the leg up on Alice yesterday. It's worse than Lydia Hislop. It's as bad as that. Dave has COVID as well, hence why he's there.
Yeah, I do in fact have COVID. Went to that wedding in Newcastle, cost me a fortune. Came home 2 days later, I had COVID. So
that the cost me 5 days of unexpected lockdown.
Yeah, I'm all right though. To be fair, not the worst. Bit achy. My back is a bit sore.
Look, there's a positive to take out of it. You're not going to be sick for Punchestown.
Kubo was supposed to be over this weekend, and naturally over then.
So you just ruined it.
Yeah, look, it could be worse. I think a few of the other people at the wedding are quite sick, so.
Well, such is life. Right, speaking of Punchestown, Hollywood Bets tomorrow are starting their Punchestown Festival ticket giveaway. So these are reserved enclosure tickets, flexi tickets for any day at the Punchestown Festival. I will show you a quick clip of how you can win. Now, not just fantastic.
Did you put that together yourself?
I might have.
That was very good.
I might not have as well.
I kind of got into the music a bit as well.
But yeah, this will be up on all our social media channels tomorrow morning. First thing, I said 9 o'clock. Obviously, do what it says there. Put up your picture of your favorite racing memory, and all winners will be announced on Tuesday. So you will have a week to prepare for the Punchestown Festival. I think we have 30 or 40 pairs of tickets to give away. So the more you enter, the more you might have a chance to win it. Again, that's all on Hollywood Bets UK and Ireland Twitter page, Facebook page, Instagram page, I think. So winners will be announced on Tuesday. Right, Dave, we may as well get into it. 3 days of the Aintree Jesus Christ, Andrew, get it right. Ferryhouse Irish Grand National meeting. Right, so we're starting off with tomorrow, 4:15. 3.5 mile handicap hurdle series final, Grade B. And we have a strong field, competitive field. Bugsmore tops the market at 5-1 with Ian McCracken at 5s. Mr. Saxo Beach is 7s. Nailswell is 7s. Belmetal 52, and so on and so forth. Right, Dave, take us through competitive field. How the hell are we getting around this?
Very competitive race. Nailswell looks to be a decent and improving enough stayer, but I'm going to side with Willie Mullins' horse, Temper Chapter 2. Was second in Tremor to El Fabiolo. He was well beaten that day, but won next time out, and then ran in the county hurdle at Cheltenham, probably a little bit above the standard that he'd be wanting, but looked like a step up and trip. It'd be interesting enough, and I think that was a really good race, that county hurdle. So, it's midfield, and that is a good standard. So I'm going to stick with Willie and Paul in this one.
Right, I have two. First one is at top of the market, and it is Bugsmore. He was third last time out behind Nailswell. Look, he gets a swing on the weights. He's now in receipt of £7 instead of giving away 2. No Mead is in good form over the last 2 weeks. He's won the Hollywood Bets Alleged Stakes. I got it there at the Curragh on Sunday. And then, look, if you go back to his maiden hurdle form, he was fourth behind State Man. We all know what he's done. But I think this is going to be run a frenetic pace. There's going to be lots of goings on. He's going to be held up towards the rear. I think the way the race is going to be run is going to suit him down to the ground. Cut through the pack again. Novice horse are running really well. So I think he has a huge chance. I know the price is not anything attractive 5-1, but I think he's a rightly favourite. He's weighted to reverse form now as well. So I think he will. Another one at a bigger price is the Jessica Harrington trained Fame and Joy. He is go down. He is currently 40-1 shot outside of the whole field. But I think he's a ridiculous price at that. His last run, he was 9 lengths behind Miss Milner in a handicap hurdle at Limerick. That was a listed race, actually, sorry. At Limerick back in October. Might need to run, this is the only thing, but the ground is coming right and everything else is coming right for him. If Jessica has him forward enough, look, the fat horses are running good, so you presume that will translate into the jumpers. I think 40-1 is a ridiculous price, so I wouldn't put anyone off having a bet each way on him. But folks, more is the main selection for the first race tomorrow. Right, that was the first of the 8 races we are covering. Now we are going on to this. Mouse is wrecking my bulb already. You stop yawning. How can you be tired? All you doing is sitting in the house all day.
Apparently, having man flu makes you fucking sleepy.
Dropping stuff off to his house and everything, and make sure he doesn't die of starvation and all that jazz.
I appreciate it. Genuinely.
Getting coffees, getting fucking fruit. Worse than the missus. Right, where are we going to now? We're going to 450 and the grade A handicap hurdle. Far out is in at 5-1. La Prima Donna. Sounds like something you are going to beat for the next 5 days. 13-2. We have Elena 7-1. Dazzle at 8. Glan at 8, 10s, and bigger the rest. Dave?
Yeah, again, Willie has top of the market here. Far out ran again in that county hurdle. But I went through this a few times, and because Willie has so many in it,
the outside of Willie.
Hard to really choose one. And the last time Esky Lane ran at Down Royal, and it was near the start of the season, I think.
In October, was it?
Yeah.
Back in October, yeah.
He was impressive that day. I thought last year a good few times that he'd put a couple of wins together or win a decent handicap along the way, and he's got a hefty rise for Down Royal, but he went through that race really, really easily. And I'm not exactly sure why we haven't seen him since, but I think he'd have a good shot with Davey on board. He travels nice. Maybe he's put away for back end of the season. So I think Eskilane has a good each way shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look, if you go back to his kind of bumper form, novice hurdle form, okay, he was 6.5 lengths fifth in Fernie's champion bumper at Cheltenham. His maiden season, he beat Gabanaco by half a length, and he was fifth in a grade 3, then fifth in a grade 2, beaten by Ashdale Bob. Look, he's had a lot of breaks in between runs. He's had 50 days, 56 days, and he hasn't been seen then in 174 days. And then, as Dave said, he hasn't been seen since 3rd of October this year. If you yawn again, I swear to God, I'm going to come to your house and break your windows. Make me tired. How are you sleeping as well with all that stuff going on next door?
I don't know. They must be building something next door. Or I don't know what's going on.
They're building a shopping centre.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, building a shopping centre. The bag is coming up in the world.
No, it's not.
But anyway, Eskilane. Look, he's a horse that's shown a lot of ability over the years. He's ran in good handicap hurdles, and look, he got back to winning ways at Down Royal at the start of the season. Whether he's been put away for this or whether he's had another niggly injury is another thing, but he's a fine stamp for a horse. I don't think the weight is going to be any problem. It's a competitive race, but I think he has that just touch of class that will bring him through the race. And at 7-8-1, I think he's a good each way bet. Seth and Dave are look. Magic Tricks again, who was second in that. He went on to be second then in the Dublin Racing Festival behind Call Me Lyrene. So the
Yeah.
form is working out well enough. So if the weight is not a problem, look, he's gone up from mark of 134 to mark of 146. I think he's well capable of carrying that weight. Ridiculous jumping the weights after winning that, but that's the handicapper for you. But yeah, Escalane 7-8-1, I think is a decent each way bet. Now we are going to move on. This is the worst mouse I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, Dave, if you hear crackling. On to Sunday. This is fine. There's something vibrating here. I can hear my own voice as well. Sunday, we are going to first the 310 Novice, the Mayor's Novice. We have betting is not coming up, but Love Envoy is in at favorite 94. Brandy Love and Grangie are 11-2. Dino Blue is in there as well. Dave, Dino Blue, you going to give it another chance, or is it just another run that's going to look? She's going to have to learn a lot from what she done, as well as that Mark Walsh is going to have to learn a lot from what he's done with her at Cheltenham. Do you do the same tactics, or do you just drop her in and see what happens?
Look, I gave Sky Ace another chance in this race last year, and she done the business. But you can't be winning that Mayor's Novice at Cheltenham from the front. I think Rachel showed everybody that last year when she won it on Tell Me Something Girl. They're all inexperienced. They tend to just go a little bit mad in front. And I think Love Envoy is probably a 2.5 miler. So that's why she stayed up the hill well. And if she runs here, it looks like she is going to run. The trip will suit her, but she's probably going to be short from winning that. So
I think she's about 9-4 first.
I'd give Dino Blue another shot, but there's just no chance of winning these Mayor's races when they're so novice-y and inexperienced going like that from the front. They just use too much petrol up. That's why I wouldn't really fancy Brandy Love either. I think she's a bit nuts as well. You can't be going sideways and backwards and out around car park at Fairy House, or there's just no chance of you winning. So, respect Love Envoy, but I'll give Dino Blue another go.
I'm just trying to see, can I get the bet here now? What time? Love Envoy is 15-8. Dino Blue 4-1. Grangie 9-2. Brandy Love 11-2. Impervious at 10s and 12-1 bigger. The thing with Love Envoy, really like her as a horse. Backed her a few times this season. She's after having hard races her last 3 runs. She's had hard runs at bloody, say for me, Sandown, Lingfield. They were both on really heavy ground, and she grinded it out there. And then she went on to win Cheltenham. I think this might be one run too many. For I know it's not. It's after being 6 runs this season, which is realistically it's not that many really. But it's the her racing style, the way she digs so deep, and the ground is going to be quicker than she's ran on ever since our maiden hurdle win. So whether she'll act again on it, after being so used to going on the heavy ground and grinding it out, and she's eating at Cheltenham, is another thing. But I think it's just going to the well one too many times. Dino Blue, I know why you give it another chance, but I couldn't after that. I'd need to see her settle a lot better, dropped in, and see how she finishes out a race. Brandy Love, I wouldn't touch her with a bar's pole. She ran around here the last time and she nearly kamikaze dived into the crowd about 6 times. Look, the talent is there. I would not touch her after what she done the last time, unless this was going the other way around. If she ran a Cheltenham now, it would have been all over, but not here. So I think Grangie, to me, is the bet in this. She was going to win the Grade 3 here the last time. I think it was over 2 miles. She was travelling there lovely on the Brian Cooper until she tipped up at the second last. She has 2 3/4 lengths to find on Love Envoy from the Cheltenham form. And I think she will. She's been progressing throughout the season, looking not at the rate that Love Envoy has, but I think this is a race that she can easily pick up, and I think a 92 is a fair enough price. So yeah, I think she has, and she's enough in the locker to turn around the 2 3/4 lengths with Love Envy. So a 9-2, I think she'll be one of my strong bets for the weekend. Because I think there's going to be a good bit of pace on here. I think Love Envy will be up with it as well. So I think she'll come late and hopefully she'll stay on her feet this time around Fairhouse. And I think she might take a bit of beating. But look, if Love Envy hasn't felt the effects of Cheltenham in her 2 previous runs, I think she'd definitely go very, very close.
He's a good record when he brings horses over as well. He's won a couple of races at Punchestown Festival as well.
Yeah, who's you so
you know what I mean, Harry.
Now at the times that thing on the stairs hurdle or the big handicap hurdle over there is ridiculous. Where are we going now? 420. Novice handicap chase. So the field consists of Grange Walk, Buddy Rich, Poseidon, Take All, Mount Leinster, Calyx, Silver Class, Bowl Emperor, One Down, and presenting Bonnie. Dave, take it away. Where are we going with this tight handicap hurdle? Jace.
I really fancied Buddy Rich for the race at Cheltenham. Excuse me. This COVID is getting the better of me. But I think he wanted like that exact way the race is going to be run at Cheltenham. Big field, fast pace. He could hide in amongst horses and be the whole travel-y thing. So I sided with the one that's been fairly consistent, bar his unseat at Punchestown, and it's Seamus Fahy's horse, Take All. Kevin Sexton's been riding well all season. It's hard to say he's progressive, but he's consistent in all these kind of races all along, and he's due to get his head in front at some stage. The fourth last time, I was a tad disappointed, but I give him another shot. The second time before, and the unseat he was running a good race that day at Punchestown. We were up there, so I think he is a shot. I couldn't trust Mount Leinster. Some of the other ones, then
he's an absolute terrible jumper. We thought he looked so good, too good to be true at the Dublin Race Fest, and by fuck, it was too good to be true. He's a terrible jumper. Look, Danny's on him now. Look, he's very good from the front on any kind of horse, but I don't think Harry Potter himself could get this thing to jump.
Some of the ones carrying lesser weight, there's just not really great horses. I can't see them kind of beating the ones at the top. So Buddy Rich would worry me, but I would think he'd need a lot more horses and just to be kidded around. So I'll go with Take All. I think he's the more solid option.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go in with Buddy Rich. I get the whole, it would be a lot better if there was more runners in the field, but I think he had by far the best form in the race. Look, people might be put off by the amount of seconds that he's at there having over this season, but if you look at the horses that he's been second to, he likes the Blueberry, Dancing on My Own, Cape Gentleman, Third Time Lucky, then he's beat Ballyadam. Look, Ballyadam is not the Ballyadam we all thought it was going to be. But when he decides to wake up on the right side of the bed and remember that he's a horse, he's okay. But he beat him very convincingly at Navan in November. He was there. Sorry, do you mind being sick on your own time? Like,
fucking Thomas hungover gets a day off, and I have COVID. I have to be here.
Oh, Tom, I won't be around till Saturday. Why? I won't be around till Saturday. They're getting like the 10th hard on after giving Rachel the leg up.
Yeah, he's still celebrating, all right.
How did Shauna run, lads? Did you see what I just done? Shauna, wrong horse. But yeah, look, he was 6.5 lengths down behind Dunvegan over this track the last time. Look, Dunvegan is unbeaten around course. Look, it was disappointing the way he finished because he came there travelling 2 out, looking like he was going to win. Look, Grange Walk finished in front of him. He gets a swing in the weights this time. Whoa, Jesus. I'm using your microphone. I wonder if he's phone.
It's a bit shaky, isn't it?
Weird. It's attacking me.
It's not as good as going on.
He was giving him £9 that day, and now he only has to give him £2 when you take into account Shane Fitzgerald's claim. So I think it'll be dropped out the back, wait for the home turn, then hopefully they're after going off lickety split and cut through the pack. So he'll be the main bet in it. I won't put anyone off Silver Class as well. He'll kind of be ridden. He'll be ridden from the front, opposite to what Buddy Rich will. He won two starts ago, which was a quite good win. He's got a hike up in the weights, but I think there's a bit more to come from. I can see him being a double figure price, and I can see him running a good race. But Buddy Rich, I think Buddy Rich will actually be quite hard to beat if he runs the form. Now we're moving on to the 4:55 and the Boys Sports Gold Cup Novice Chase. 2 miles, 4 furlongs. Galopin Des Champs wins, Dave.
Yeah, look, Galopin Des Champs should win. I'd say it's a bit of a kick in the teeth for Matthew McShay's connections that Galopin is turning up here. They probably thought he was going to Punchestown, and to me then it would have been a penalty kick for him. I thought he ran very well over, I think it was 2 mile 2 the last time he was staying on, and he's proved himself to be a genuine grade 1 horse for a very small stable, but Galopin should win this all day. And
what you make of Riviere de Tel stepping up and trip?
Do you know, I don't get something about Big Gordo. I don't.
You have to fall out with Big Gordo in the last few weeks now. What's going on?
I haven't fallen out with him, but it's fucking double standards, like, right? They won't run Tiger in the Grand National, and that's that other gone mean from Ryan here. I'm looking at him for Coven anyway. Right? They won't run Tiger, but they fucking will run that Sam Crow till he falls apart. Right? He only ran last week in the Aintree Grand National, and they're sending him, tagging him up, put the saddle on him, out you go again in the Irish Grand National.
I think there's 5 or 6 that ran in the Grand National trained by Gordon actually running in the Irish National again.
Yeah. Riviere de Tel, right? Fair enough, she's owned by the Mornings. But 58 runs later, as a 4-year-old filly.
I think she likes so many times.
Give her a rest, for God's sake, like. So no, I'm not interested in her stepping up and trip. Galopin should definitely win, and I'm sure he'll be put away then and come back and hopefully be a Gold Cup horse next year.
Correct. That is the answer I wanted to hear. Galopin Des Champs wins all day long. Look, it was a not even novice. He jumped, landed near gear, just didn't come out in time at Cheltenham. Paul Townend done absolutely nothing wrong. This will be redemption day. He'll go around in a hat canter and absolutely whooped a lot of these. And it'll be all roads lead to the Gold Cup next season, where I don't get this bollocks that he's not going to stay. Of course he's going to stay. He stayed 3 miles over hurdles, and this shite that 3 miles over hurdles is different to 3 miles over fences. It's not. 3 miles is 3 miles. In fact, you get more of a breather from jumping fences.
Justice for Sam Crow.
Justice for Sam Crow. You making that a hashtag? Let's make that a hashtag. Justice for Sam Crow. Bring home Envoy. But yeah, I think they won't get in an arse's breath of this lad on Sunday. I'm not far to see it. I think Master McShee is by and far the best of the rest. I think it'll be Galopin Des Champs, Master McShee, and French Dynamite. That'll be the 1, 2, 3. Right, move on to Monday. Christ, we're flying through this.
You're making noise with that mouse.
All right, sorry. See how quick we go through things when Tom doesn't go through half the field in every race.
He'd probably have 7 or 8 for the Irish National.
Oh, he'd have. God only knows what he'd have. Where are we? Right, grade 2 hurdle, 2 miles, 4 furlongs. Dave, one that I think 2 was going to be very sweet on, and that is Flame Bear for Pat Doyle.
Yes, Andrew, I am. And Sean in the text group probably, maybe he won't watch this, but he's always giving out about Flame Bear. I think Flame Bear is top notch. I think he won the race the last day in spite of what happened. To me, it was a sign that he is a very good horse. He had to quicken up in maybe half a furlong to get out the gap that he had. There's some nice horses entered. Some of them are doubly entered. heaven help us, has entered Santa Rosa. So the Rasso is there. Like, the Rasso is a good standard of horse. He kind of runs to mid 150s all the time. Devil's Coachman's in there. So if Flame Bear can go out, do the business up and trip here, and I think going up and triple suit. Excuse me.
So unprofessional.
I think they will probably put him away then for the rest of the year. Doubt they'll go to Punchestown as well. Come back next year and try for a grade 1. But I think he's a very, very good horse.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is one of the most fast improving horses this season. Look, he is 3 from 5 this season. Look, realistically, he should be 4 to 5 when he got beat by Braun. Braun then again has gone on to frank that form. He won a grade 2 the other week at Fairy House. He's battered micromanaged by 12 lengths. He's won on the snaff beating meet and greet. And then Jack Doyle got him out of jail big time the last day at Fairy House beating Hador. If anything, I think the step up and trip is going to suit him down to the ground. The way he travels, the way he quickens, I think the further he goes, the better he's going to be. So yeah, look, I think he's going to take a hell of a lot of beating. There's some look, as Dave alluded to there is good horses entered. The Devil's Coachman is one. He beat Ashdale Bob the other day. Ashdale Bob ran a crack of a race at Cheltenham the other day. He'll be one that'll probably follow him home. The rest, look, he's a solid horse. You have Darver Star, who's in and out more than Washington today with the fucking rain. But yeah, look, to me, if he turns up here, Flame Bear, I think this is the one they all have to beat. As Dave said, I think he'd be put away then for the season, and I don't think we'll ever see him over hurdles again. He's a huge stamp of horse. I think he's a fine novice chaser in the making, and it'll be very interesting to see the scales that he will go to next season. But yeah, look, Flame Bear for me in this one.
Yeah, it's a competitive race, but it's probably the next step up.
It is competitive, but the way he carries himself, the way he goes about his business, he just stamps of a horse that oozes class, and they haven't even got anywhere near the bottom of him. Look, how we got out of the trouble the other day just shows how much of a good horse he is. The turn of foot he has, and bravery he has to bully his way around places. He had no right to win.
As you said, the third to Braun, he probably should have won that race.
Oh, there's the census man.
It's the census man, and I'm not answering the door to him. No, two things. I'm in the middle of doing a podcast, and the second one, I've COVID, and I'm not giving the man COVID.
He didn't do the farm either.
I don't know. It could be done. I didn't do it anyway. I lost my train of thought there. The third, he probably should have won that race against Braun. He's knocking again. The fifth, it was just a bob around in the maiden hurdle behind Dysart Dynamo at Cork. So he should be 4 out of 5 really, and I think he's the one to stick with.
Yeah. Right, 420. Devonish Chase, grade 2 over 2 mile, 4 furlongs. This is, and where the hell is this mouse gone? I swear to God. I want to say a decent race, but it's a competitive race.
Viewers are going to have a live show of me getting onto a census man now if you don't step away from the door. Genuinely.
Go deal with your business. I want to see
He's
this.
He's just standing there looking in the window.
Wave at him.
He's writing something down now. Probably a fine, or did they fine you if you don't fill it out?
I have no idea. I think you like $5,000 or something. Do it. Tell me you have COVID and go away. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. I'll answer a few of these. Paul Foley. Andrew, My Way to Sousa stay 3 miles over hers and stay over 3. Look, My Way to Sousa is a different animal to Galopin Des Champs. Galopin Des Champs has a stamp of a stayer, has everything else you want out of a chaser. I don't think there's any doubt that he will stay. I'm trying to cover the eyes of Dave strangling someone right now.
No, I was polite.
How are you?
Yeah.
COVID has changed you.
I won't be polite. He said he's leaving something in the letterbox, and if it's something that annoys me, I won't be polite.
Okay. Look, it looks a competitive race on paper, but if Janadil turns up, I think he's the horse that they have to beat. Yeah, Janadil really, Dave. Look, he was a solid run the last time. Look, anything that gets whooped by Allaho is a solid run. 14 lengths behind Allaho. Look, 6.5 lengths behind Conflate the time before that in the Gold Cup of a Dublin Racing Festival. 7.5 lengths behind Galvin in the Irish Gold Cup then in the Christmas Festival. And then 2 lengths behind Allaho. Again, look, by and far, it's the best form on offer really this season. He's not gone away. We have to strangle him now in a minute.
Janitor should really win, but it's one of these end of season races where you wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't win, because he doesn't win that often. So it's hard to know. The only thing is he won at this meeting last year. He won
He bolted up last year.
The race the Galopin is in. He should win. His form equates to him winning and probably winning easy, but I wouldn't be surprised if something out of the woodwork comes along and randomly wins, and you're like,
I really want to say men.
Castle Grace Paddy runs randomly and wins a race every year, doesn't he? One that you least expect, 16-1 or something. Like when he
hasn't shown anywhere near that kind of form this season, though.
I know, but sure, like, I don't know. I just have a feeling it's going to be one of them races.
Yeah, look, Mellon has a lot of ground to find on Janadil the last one alone. Look, he beat Size and Potsy the day before that. This could be his ideal trip. You wouldn't put it past him, really, to get a grade 1 out of him, or grade 2 out of him at this stage of his career. Silas Emery can't jump. Black Bow is Black Bow. Daily Tiger is bleh. I'd be shocked if Manila Times turned up here, but you could have to be brought down early. But look, Janadil turns up, Janadil turns up, he wins more or less. If he's no effect from the last day. And look, I'd be probably back in Mellon anyway, just for a crack.
Yeah, Mellon might do it.
Gamble response thing and all that jazz. Right. Last one, main event of the weekend, the Boyle Sports Irish Grand National. What's it? No. This goddamn thing. First thing I'm buying tomorrow is a brand new mouse. We have Gaillard Du Mesnil at 13-2, full-time score at 7s, Far Class 9s, Max Flamingo at 9s, Run Wild Fred 11s, Enjoy Down 12s, Schoolboy R 12s, Franco the Poet 14s, Deal Cart 16s, Ronald Bump 16s, and Bigger the rest. Dave, is it the day? Is Monday the day that the grey slow fucker wins?
I wouldn't be backing him at 6-1, carrying 11-8 for a horse that doesn't jump well.
But hear me out now before you put in your section. We make a case for him. Here's the case we're going to. Here's the case. Shut up and listen. Wait. Listen. He's finally getting his act together. I, for one, do not like this horse, and I think this is what he's been crying out for his whole chasing career. 5.5 lengths.
You can waste your tenor on him, so
you can't talk. 5 behind. There you go. Good fucking COVID. Well done, COVID. Doing something good for once in your life. 5.5 lengths behind the home press, and a few lengths behind Ahoy Senior, who's gone on to win at Aintree. 14 lengths behind Galopin Des Champs over 2 mile 5. 32 lengths behind Bob Ollinger, 2 mile 4. And then he was 2 mile 3, 2 lengths behind Capodanno. He needs this kind of trip. Like the stats, your stats O'Keefe and all that says he can't win off that weight. To me, he is the horse they all have to beat. He's finally getting his act together. That was the best run he's ever had over fences at Cheltenham. And I wouldn't read into Willie Mullins saying, "Oh, look, he's up against it. The stats are against him. This is against him. That's against him." If this and that was against him, Paul Townend won't be riding him. Paul Townend knows this fella has an unbelievable chance of winning this. He's a novice. Novice have an unbelievable record in this. You have a lot of horses. What the hell was that noise?
It's the dog. I'm having a fucking meltdown here. I'm telling you now. Oh.
Wow. You have a lot of horses in here that are coming on the back of running in the Aintree Grand National. He's fresh. Not fresh, but he's fresher than a lot of them are. And look, I know 13-2, 7-1. Why are you killing the poor dog? You're like Kurt Zuma all over again, but with a dog.
She's backing out of cat, I'll tell you.
I'm at the freezing.
You're frozen. You're gone.
I'm gone.
You're gone. Your battery must have went.
No, it's not. Battery's not gone. Hold up now. Wait.
EOS webcam utility.
This is fully charged. Forget now. Wait now. There we go. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, you're back.
Anyway, as I was saying. Can't remember what I was saying. Who are you picking?
You're telling us how Gaillard Du Mesnil is going to win.
Oh, yeah. Gaillard Du Mesnil. 7-1 is not a great price, but we could be looking here at 5:15 on Monday, thinking, geez, it was obvious, wasn't it? I don't think the weight will be an issue. It's not the fastest field you'll ever get. She's 100% going to stay the trip. Last year, there was question marks whether latest exhibition was going to see out the extra trip. I have no doubt in my mind this lad is going to lap up the extra 5 furlongs, or not even 5 furlongs. It's more. It's nearly an extra mile. I think it's all there from to win. He's the right age, 6-year-old going into it. It's all there. I think he's going to be my main bet. If I have another bet for it after, but he's my main bet. Who's yours?
I've 2 in it.
Not a shy hawk, Vincent. He is a shy hawk, but on Monday he's not going to be shy hawk.
I would say I wouldn't. If anybody's planning on backing it, I would leave it till Monday because you'll probably get better prices Monday. It happened with the English National as well. The Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday morning, every horse was 10-1, and there was horses 6 and 7-1 the days leading up to it. So I would wait if you're having a bet at this stage. Can't have Gaillard Du Mesnil. He doesn't jump well enough. He's too slow. He hasn't had enough experience over fences, and I can't have. I know he ran well at Cheltenham, but sure. I mean, there wasn't much behind him really. There was 2 good horses, and then he probably would have been fourth really if Farouk Delaine stayed on his feet.
And look, you want that far behind him though. That's the thing, and he was staying on well. And I think the fact, look, he doesn't jump that great, but I think the step up and trip that, what the heck, there's someone getting their head bashed in out there.
In the room next door, like?
No, outside. Fucking Fast and Furious gang over there.
Oh, yeah.
Tokyo Drift. The extra, the half pace slower they're going to go around here. Look, he does have to improve on his jump, and I think he will get away with it going this a bit slower. And I think he'll creep into the race. I think he'll outstay them all. That's the way I see it going. But anyway, go on, your pick.
The one at the top of the market for me that I would side with, and the jockey worries me because any horse that he's on, he worries me, is Max Flamingo, Francis Casey's horse. I think he's the son of that mad Peter Casey that said he was going to have sex after Flemingstown won. He said it live on TV. That was brilliant.
I'm going to have sex, Casey.
If anybody has never seen that, it must be 15 years ago now, but it's fantastic. An 80-year-old man saying he's going home to have sex with the wife because the horse won a grade 1. So, yeah. But I think he's being plotted for this. He was bigger prices, obviously, last week. He's 2016s. They reckon he's a good chance and he's a good racing weight. The last few races, bar the last day, I think the last day was to get the mark up and just get his confidence up, winning the race. He was bobbing around before that. And then the one at an each way price around 20-1 for me is Joseph O'Brien's Early Doors.
In the chat, if anyone hasn't seen it, the link is in the chat.
Early Doors in July 2020, in the middle of the summer, was winning the Galway Plate. And up until that, winning the Galway Plate, he had not been jumping well over fences. And
see, it can happen.
He's a plot horse because he did it winning the Martin Pipe at Cheltenham as well. They were running him in grade ones and running him in hurdles that he couldn't win, and he turned up with the Martin Pipe and got backed in and won. Similar story happened in the Galway Plate. He was not running well and then turned up the Galway Plate and done the business.
Oh, look at that. Look at suddenly jump.
Since then, he's been back December 21 at a hurdle race and then another hurdle race. And he had a little bob around on the 12th of March in the race that Size and Patsy won and Master McShay was in, that 2 mile grade 2. It's never put into the race. It's clearly to get fit. And going by the bet and the money is starting to come, I think he is a perfect JP McManus plot horse for this.
Very good. My second one I have, and I never thought I'd be saying this at the start of the season, putting them up for, oh, see this microphone, putting them up for an Irish Grand National, is Runelt Bump. He ran for the first time over fences for, I think, the bones of 2.5 seasons. When he was second in the handicap chase behind Deal Car, beating a half a length. He travelled through the race. He jumped really well. I was like, hey, when's this fella actually come back to form and jumping fences really good? Doesn't look like the horse that would enjoy a fence. But I think the older he's started getting now, he enjoyed the change up from hurdles to fence. Look, he has the back class to go there. I don't think there'll be any trouble in him staying. He's been behind the honeysuckle a few times. He's been second in a stayers hurdle. And I think 12, 14 to 1. I wouldn't put anyone off him running a huge 16 to 1. Huge race, I think he'll run. Again, class horse in the race. Will enjoy the step up and trip. You know he's going to be staying on late in the day. And if it all goes well, okay, he can easily nick a place. You get your 5-6 places on Monday. So yeah, Ronald Pump to bring the back class back to the table and put up a bold display. But I really, really, really do think Gaillard Du Mesnil he'll be hard to beat, I think. But yeah, that is us, Dave Naps, and next best for the whole 3 days.
Gaillard Du Mesnil.
Gaillard Du Mesnil.
My nap.
Big COVID heading.
Thanks for that.
Get any more strawberries, no more pineapple, no more vitamin shots, no more coffee, no more porridge. Probably gave you enough to last 5 days. Ungrateful.
My nap is Flame Bearer.
Good lad.
And my next best, I'm going to say they're both of them in the Irish National. I give the both my horses right good each way chances. Max Flamingo and Early Doors.
All right, Tom, well done. 2 horses in 1 race. Very nice list. My nap's the same as Dave's, Flame Bear, and my next best is Gaillard Du Mesnil. Come on, you grey slow boat.
And Tom didn't send in any selections for us. We would have said him if he did, but he didn't.
Oh, he's getting deducted wages now.
He's still enjoying life over in Cheltenham.
Do you know what I think now? Do you know the Wednesday we're up in Punchtown?
Yeah.
I think we should make him do the podcast on his own.
Are we doing a podcast that day?
You mad? We won't be able to see in front of us. Plus, we'd be down in that pub watching the Champions League.
I was thinking as much.
No,
do you remember the way he said he was coming to Porgestown on the Thursday with us, and we were going on the beer?
It's going to be Cheltenham all over again. He's not.
He said he's going Friday now. I texted him to ask him about the bus. Yeah, he's going Friday.
Tom, if you're watching this, you're the big spoof for walking God's green earth. Mother of God. Oh, definitely going Thursday. He's staying Thursday. Yeah, we are. Yeah. Oh, book me in. I'm going to go. Gee.
He said he had the room booked in Aldershot.
Such a liar.
See, someone said in the comments, Tom tipped the Glancing Queen.
Oh, brilliant. Apparently she's lame after the race.
Alice now, not the glancing queen.
Missus just texted me. Stop talking shit, your dinner's ready.
Wow. What are you having for dinner?
Kyoto.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, yeah. Still never had that.
What?
I've never had
Come
that.
Come up and oh no, you can't.
Man flu.
Man flu, yeah.
Tired
Right.
now. I'm going to bed.
Go up to bed now. You and enjoy the racing tomorrow. On that note, we
I kind
will
of enjoyed it today. It's
okay.
kept me going today, now. And
The
yesterday.
good old sand racing. It's like watching racing.
The All Weather Championships. Remember on Good Friday a few years back, there was no racing. There was racing and football on today.
Any evening games on?
The Fulham are playing Derby.
Hello. Right, on that note, Dave is going to bed to recover from COVID. I'm going home to get me dinner. And we'll see you on... Oh, will we see him on Wednesday? We're going to that Punchestown thing on Wednesday.
We'll have to do it Tuesday or Thursday, so...
We will do it Thursday. We will be back on Thursday with another weekend preview. And then the Sunday, we will be doing a live preview of the Punchestown Festival.
There's a tip for you now. There's a tip. What? Tuesday, Odd Sock Savannah is out again at Wolverhampton or somewhere.
Back at action time at 1.
Huh?
Did you back on at 1?
I won last week. I backed it. And I won the 2. Yeah. 2 times the one I backed.
I bolted up last week.
Did you back it last week?
I did.
Good man.
It's fucking about time I won. 6 for coming second.
Ah, well, he had a proper jockey on last week. Dougie Costello. Held him out the back.
They better have a proper one on again. But on that note, we will be back on Thursday for another weekend preview. And then that Sunday, we will be doing Punchestown Festival preview live at 8 o'clock. So until then, happy Easter. Enjoy the Ferry House Irish Grand National meeting and all the other 64 meetings that are on between tomorrow and Monday. So we will see you next Thursday for another weekend preview.